2 days earlier than had been expected. At 4:30 in the afternoon, the travellers went on store, and the train for Calcutta was going to leave at 8:00. Mr. Frost, as you may imagine, went to the passport office while Mr. Fix went, as you may imagine, to the police station, where he asked anxiously whether the wallet had come. It had not come. Fix was disappointed. He asked the chief of the Bombay police to give him the necessary documents to arrest Mr. Fox. The chief said no, it was a matter for the London police and not his business at all. There was nothing to be done. Fix was fairly concerned that Mr. Fox would go no further than Bombay, so he would arrest the man when the wallet from London finally arrived. By this time, Passepartout knew that the journey was not at the end. His master had told him that he would leave for Calcutta by the evening train, and so he began to think that, after all, the story of the beast was true, and that they were really going around the world. He went for a walk in the streets of Bombay, saying he liked to see all there was to be seen. Unfortunately for him and his mother, though, he wished to see everything result in serious trouble. This is what happened. While making his way towards the station, Passepartout came to the great temples of Maliban Hill. The inside of it looked so fine that he decided to go and admire it from the inside. Now there were two things that our sightseeing Frenchmen did not know. One of them was this, that foreigners are not allowed to go inside Indian temples. The other thing was that even the Indians themselves are not allowed to enter a temple with their shoes on. They must take their shoes off and leave them outside the door. Passepartout went in, and he did not take his shoes off. While he was admiring the temple from the inside, the police threw themselves on him, pulled his shoes off, and began to give him a good beating. Passepartout, strong and active, was easily able to get up, knock them down, fight his way out of the temple, and run. At 8:05, only a few minutes before the train left, and without his hat or shoe, he reached the railway station. Fix was there. He had followed Mr. Fox and discovered that he was going to leave the town. He decided immediately that he must follow him to Calcutta, and even further, if necessary. Passepartout did not notice the detective, but Fix heard the explanation that he gave to his mother and the story of his adventure. "Don't let that happen again," said Phileas Fogg to his servant as they took their place in the railway carriage. Fix was just about to board the train himself when a better plan came into his mind. "No, I'll stay here," he said to himself. "Laws have now been broken here in India. I know what to do. I've got my men." Mr. Fox and Passepartout were not the only people in the railway carriage. There was a third traveller with them. This was Sir Francis Cromarty, an officer of the Indian Army, who was on his way to Benares. On Tuesday morning, 22nd of October, Sir Francis happened to ask Passepartout of the time. Passepartout pulled out his watch and said, 3:00. "Impossible," said Sir Francis. "It must be 7:00 at least. My watch is never bored," replied Passepartout. Sir Francis tried to make him understand that as they were going toward the east, the days became shorter, and even agreed that the past made a difference of 4 minutes. As Papa Elshie could not understand. His watch must be right, he said, and the sun must be warm. His watch said this was 3 o'clock, and so he could not be 7 o'clock. As Sir Francis Cromarty became more and more friendly with his travelling companions, it was not long before he learned the reason for their journey. He became most interested and listened to the graceless care towards Mr. Ford told him. "You will be very fortunate, Mr. Ford," he said, "if you succeed in getting around the world in 80 days. All sorts of things may happen that would delay you, an accident, unexpected problems." "No," answered Mr. Ford, "in spite of accidents and unexpected problems, I'm certain to succeed." "For example," answered Sir Francis, "disadvantages of your servants at Bombay. You have no idea how the fire the British government in such matters. Your servant may be arrested and punished." "If my servant is arrested and punished for going into a temple without taking his shoes off, it is his business and not mine. If he is dropped in Calcutta and put in prison, I shall, of course, be sorry, but it will not stop me from continuing my journey." "But other things may happen that will delay you," answered Sir Francis. At this moment the train came to a stop, and a voice called, "All passengers get down here." Passepartout jumped out of the train to see what the matter was. In a few minutes he came back saying, "This is the end of the railway." "What do you mean?" asked Sir Francis. "I mean that the train cannot go further." The passengers got off the train. "Where are we?" Sir Francis asked a railway officer. "We are at the village of Crowby." "Why are we stopping?" "This is where the railway line comes to an end." "How that?" "It is not yet completed. The 50 miles of line between here and Allahabad have not yet been built." "But the newspaper said that the line is complete." "I can't help that," answered the officer. "The newspaper had made a mistake." "But we have paid for the journey from Bombay to Calcutta," said Sir Francis. "But the passengers know that they must find some way of their own to get from here to Allahabad." Sir Francis was very angry, and Passepartout was ready to fight the railway official. "Sir Francis," said Mr. Ford calmly, "we had better find another way for getting to Allahabad. Mr. Ford, this is going to put an end to your pen." "Not at all, Sir Francis. I had expected it." "What, you knew that the railway was not yet complete?" "No, but I knew something or other of that sort was certain to happen. This is not serious. I am 2 days earlier. This is a ship that leaves Calcutta for Hong Kong at Trafalgar on the 25th. That is only the 22nd, and we shall get to Calcutta in time." It was only 2 years that the railway ended at this point. The newspapers were mistaken, as they often are. Most of the passengers had known that the line stopped there, and had already hired carriages and horses. So when Mr. Ford and Sir Francis went to find some way of getting to Allahabad, everything had been taken. "I shall walk," said Phileas Fogg. "But Passepartout has been more fortunate. I think I have found a way," he said. "And what's that?" "An elephant. It belongs to an Indian who lives close by." "Let's go and see the elephant," said Mr. Ford. 5 minutes later, the three travellers reached a hut, inside which were an Indian and outside which was an elephant. Mr. Ford asked if he could hire the animal. Mr. Fox, without showing any signs of impatience, offered to buy the elephant and suggested £1,000 as the price that Indian did not want to sell. Sir Francis commented to Mr. Fox on one side and advised him to think matters over before going any further. Mr. Fox said that he never would think over. He only decided immediately. He had to win a piece of £20,000, and to win it, he must have the elephant, even if he paid 20 times the value of the animal. Mr. Fox went back to the Indian. It was easy to see by the look on the man's face that the whole thing was a question of money. Phileas was offered £1,200, then £1,500, then £1,800, and at least £2,000. Then the Indian said he would sell. The next thing was to find a guide. This was easier. A young Indian with a patient-looking face offered his service. Mr. Fox promised him a good reward, which made his face look even more patient. The Indian knew his business. He fit a sitting arrangement onto the elephant, with a chair on each side. Mr. Fox paid Indian in banknotes, which he took from his bed. This made Passepartout feel almost ill. Then Mr. Fox offered to take a visit to Francis. Cottages were home to Allahabad, and his hope would accept. Foods were brought in the village. Sir Francis took his place on one of the chairs, and Phileas Fox on the other. The Indian took his place on the neck of the elephant, and Passepartout sat at the back. They started at 9 o'clock in the morning and leaving the village to a path that ran through the forest. They traversed all through the day, and by 8 o'clock in the evening they had already gone halfway to Allahabad. They started off at 6 o'clock the next morning, and their guide said that they would reach Allahabad that evening. At about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, when they were in the middle of the thick forest, they suddenly heard strange noises, the crying of many loins, and the sounds of wild music. The guide stopped, and his face showed his anxiety. He jumped down, tied the elephant to a tree, and then went quietly into the forest. A few moments later, he came back saying, "We must not be seen. Let us hide. There is danger." He untied the elephant and led it to a place from which the traveler could not be seen. The noises came nearer and nearer. The traveler watched, not knowing what they were going to witness. As a crowd of pillars came into view, half rocking and half dancing, half shouting and half singing. Others came behind them, putting a sort of platform on wheels. On this was set a figure in the shape of a large man or woman with 4 arms, painted in violent color. Sir Francis knew what it is. It is this Cross Kali, the cross of love and death, he said. The cross of death, perhaps, said Passepartout, but the cross of love, this I can never believe. With an ugly woman, the Indian made a sign to him to keep quiet. Besides this, some pillars were spreading along a woman who seemed hardly able to walk. She was young and very beautiful. Then came another group of patients carrying a dead body. The body was dressed in fine clothes of